Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel, Life with Lisa. And in today's video, we are going to talk about 10 things that I currently do and have been doing to help me age in reverse. Notice I didn't say anti-aging because I just feel like anti-aging has such a bad connotation. I don't like to use it. It is inevitable. Can you do Botox? Can you do cosmetic surgery to slow down that process or to alter your appearance? Sure, you can. And if you want to do that, and that's totally up to you, your body, your business. I'm just here to share a few things that I do that will help you with this process in general, but in a more natural way. There is no right or wrong. These are the things that I have done because one of the compliments that I get, especially after I cut my hair into a pixie cut, if you don't know the backstory, please go watch my previous video, my first video where I talk about the who, the why, and the how. But when I got the pixie cut, the one compliment that I get, and I receive it with the blessings and the good intention in which it is given, yes, I do receive it, is the fact that people say I look about 10 years younger. And I smile because my entire life people have said I look younger than my actual age. I am 54 years old, and I'm very proud to say that I'm 54 years old. I am 54 years smarter. I am 54 years wiser. And I love that. I love being where I am. I love the body that I am in. I love the mind that I have. I love the mindset that I have developed. And these things come from years of experience and just life. So that's the lens in which I'm coming from in this video. Again, it's not a one size fits all. I also want to say that when I am talking about these things, it's because this is how I've incorporated them into my life. I look at it as a holistic approach. I don't just take one or the other. I look at this very holistically. This is a lifestyle. It is not a one and done. It's not something that, I do something from a nutrition perspective to lose weight and then that's it. I gain the weight back and then that's gone. No, I look at my life in a holistic fashion, and that is where I put these things into place that will help me enhance my life and my lifestyle. So without further ado, let's just get into it. One of the first things that I did 6 years ago when I started to really focus on my health and nutrition was to drink more water. I drink half of my body weight in ounces of water a day. That is my minimum. I can drink anywhere from half of my body weight in ounces all the way up to a gallon. I'm more on the 1 gallon point than I am on my minimal. However, do I fall short of that? Absolutely. But half of my body weight in ounces of water is my minimal. Water is essential. Water is important. It has so many benefits. It helps with inflammation. It helps with satiation. It helps with sleep. It helps with a lot of things. So drink your water. The second thing that I've implemented is I walk anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes, 3 to 5 days a week. Three is my minimal. If weather is permitting, I love to walk outside. But if I can't, I'm doing it on the treadmill. I know this isn't ideal. My husband and I, we are in a different phase and season of our lives. We are empty nesters because we lived that hustle life of a new mom, a mom of young ones, a mom of littles. I know what that is. I know what that feels like. But that's just not the phase in which we're in. And I'm able to incorporate all of these things because of all of that. And I recognize that. So these are just suggestions and things that I have done for myself and that I have actually reaped benefits from. And I can see them every single day. All right. So walking 30 to 45 minutes a day. I'm sorry, walking 30 to 45 minutes, 3 to 5 days a week. That is the goal. 3 days is a minimum. I cook my own food. That would be my third one. I cook my own food because I know what I'm putting in it. I know that I love to eat food in its most natural source, which means I don't really eat anything canned or processed. We eat predominantly produce and protein at home, and I cook all of it. I'm allergic to shellfish. I do not eat meat, and I can't have milk. So my options are pretty limited in terms of what I can eat. So me cooking and meal prepping for my husband and I, even when my youngest daughter was still living here, I definitely meal prepped for the three of us. It just sets us off on the right step because when you are starving, when you're working a full day, you come home, the last thing you want to do is number one, cook a meal. And you're just going to go for something that is the quickest and the easiest to make. And oftentimes those things are just not the healthiest for us. So by me meal prepping, even if I come home late from work, or if my husband wants to eat later in the night after I eat, he can then take everything out and he can pick and choose what he wants to eat. So I do meal prep on a weekly basis. Number four is I stay out of the sun. I am not about to reverse engineer the progress that I have made by laying out in that sun or exposing my face to the sun. How do I do this? I put on SPF minimal 45. I use it every day, even if I'm going to stay home. All these lights around us, all those rays affect our skin. I do not lay out in the sun. Long gone are those days. I'm not in my 20s anymore. I'm surprised I survived all that, to be honest. I don't know how I did that. But I do not expose my face to the sun if I'm out walking. I always put on a hat. I layer on sunscreen before I walk out of the door. Protecting my face has been critical because 5 years ago I developed melasma on my upper lip and on my cheek. And I will tell you, it was completely debilitating. And it took me a long time to figure out how to heal my skin. And I will get to that in a minute. The fifth thing that I do is I get 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night. Yes, 7 to 9 hours. Again, this is the season of life that I'm in. I am in postmenopause, and sleep is sacred. It is one of the most important things of my daily schedule. And how do I get 7 to 9 hours of sleep? I actually start my evening routine 2 hours before I'm actually going to bed. I reduce my screen time. I get into my whole setup of my evening routine. I read, I take my magnesium, I take my hormone replacement therapy, whatever other supplements I need to take for my evening, that's what I do. So it's a 2 hour process. So let's just say I'm going to go to sleep at 10. I usually start getting things ready around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I start winding down. By 8 o'clock, I am not looking at my phone unless my daughters call me. And that's about it in terms of screen time. I do not watch TV, none of that. I take a shower. I get into my nighttime routine, and that to me has been essential. So 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Our bodies need to reset. Our bodies cannot reset until we get a solid 8 hours. So it's important for women in postmenopause to get sleep. More on that later to come. I will start sharing more as my channel grows and I bring you more content, but be on the lookout for that. It will be coming at some point. The seventh thing that I have done, or I'm sorry, the sixth thing that I have done is I take certain supplements. I alluded to that just a few seconds ago. So the supplements that I take are collagen, magnesium, and vitamin D. Those are my go-to supplements. My collagen, I put it in my daily protein shake. Magnesium, I take in the evening. And I'm also on hormone replacement therapy, and I take that in the evening as well. Vitamin D is needed for the breakdown of the magnesium. And so those supplements have truly helped me kind of reset my insides because you all know, for those women that are in postmenopause, it is a beast. It is a beast and it is forever changing. And so, me taking my supplements, drinking my water, getting my 7 to 9 hours of sleep have been essential to help me heal and progress through this process because menopause in any phase is a passage of life for women. We're going to spend a third of our lives in this phase. For me, it was important for me to learn about it and really figure this thing out because it was not sustainable for me. And and I needed to actually gain control. So these are a couple of the things that I have done to help me control and minimize the effects of of my postmenopause symptoms. Something that I did 6 years ago was I do not drink anymore. I zero alcohol. I have been 6 years sober and I am so proud of myself. I decided when I began my health and fitness journey, I wanted to actually look at it holistically and I wanted to give up alcohol, and I did. Because in order for me to take back control of my life, I needed to surrender the thing that was the most disruptive piece of my life, and that was alcohol. So giving up alcohol in a critical time of year, which was around the holidays, was a true test of my persistence and my ability to do something that I didn't think I could. And I'm so proud that 6 years later, I haven't had a single ounce of alcohol. And I will say I'm having more fun. I live a very abundant, happy life, which I didn't think was possible, but it is. And I could not be more proud. Okay. The eighth thing that I do is I spend a significant amount of time and I invest in really good quality skincare. It is how I was able to heal and get rid of my melasma. It is a product that I look forward to as part of my nighttime routine. I was also looking for something that was organic, no pesticides, no chemicals, no colorants, no fillers, nothing. And the product that I use is 100% plants. And I am so in love with this product. I have been using it for over a year. It was a game changer in my skincare routine. It has been a game changer for my melasma, and I have zero regrets. I am not one to spend money on bags or shoes or designer clothes. I don't mind spending a little bit of extra money on my skincare because I know that it serves me and I know that it helps my skin heal and it keeps my skin looking youthful and vibrant. And that's important to me. So, number 9 is strength training. I work out 5 to 6 days a week and I do a lot of strength training. Strength training, lifting heavy weights is important for women in postmenopause. You guys are going to keep hearing me say this. We lose bone density and muscle mass, a large amount of it on a daily basis, and we need to take control of that. So for me, strength training equals longevity. Strength training equals health, and I love it. I have my body is recompositioning itself. I didn't think that my body could look the way it looks. And yeah, I love it. I really do. I love it. My husband loves it. And I lift heavy because I do want muscle gains, but you don't have to have the same goals. You can still lift heavy and not get bulky. More on that to come as my channel progresses, but stay tuned for that. And then the last thing I will say that because of all of these things that I have incorporated into my daily habits, and just the fact that I have given up alcohol, I have pretty much zero stress. My anxiety is down to almost nothing. I suffered from horrible anxiety. And because of HRT and all of these activities and things that I have put into place on a weekly basis, daily and weekly basis, I suffer from hardly any kind of anxiety. My overall stress has been reduced, and I'm just a really happier person. I feel alive again. I can't even say I feel like myself because I don't know who I was these last 15 years just due to so many life changes. But I am finally loving myself again. I am finally at a place where I am content, but not content enough to not try new things and experiment and just live a more abundant life. So that is all that I have. Those are my 10 tips that I have incorporated. I started gradually, but I would say over the last year, these are things that I have been doing weekly. Some activities I do daily, but on a weekly basis, I do one or all of these things. And they have truly served me in a great way. I could not be happier. I could not be more content. And I will say that if you can, try to incorporate 1 to 2 a week, maybe one a week. And then the following week, you add another one, right? But progress yourself and start making changes because your body will thank you. Your future life will thank you. Your future self will thank you. And you will also start reaping the benefits. All right, friends, that is all that I have for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And leave me a comment for any kind of video ideas that you would want specific to, let's say, postmenopause, pixie, strength training, meal prepping. Those are kind of my passion points. So if you want videos on any of that, just drop them in the comments. Let me know and I will read them. I try to respond to them, just not after 8 o'clock because I don't look at my phone. Wishing you all a wonderful, wonderful day at whatever point in time you're watching this. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And that is all that I have for you. Adios.